Welcome to Salt Lake City, where the mighty Utah student section is ready to turn this place into a cauldron of noise. Rice-Eccles Stadium, home to the Utah Utes. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. On first down, here comes this offense. Give to the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
When you read... Welcome, everyone, to Rice-Eccles Stadium and one of the most intimidating environments in all of college football, mostly because the Utah Utes are always a handful. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Utes will kick it away to start us off. He's going to bring it out from deep. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Across the 25, he's got room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Fights off a defender. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Tackle was made after the first down.
Well, they get the first down, going for it on 4th and 1, and they're in that fringe area right now in their opponent's territory. So important for them to keep the momentum going because they've got to be thinking, we're scoring points here. We're going to pay this drive off.
Back to the ground game on the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill. He uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Trying to turn the corner on the right. On the move at the 30. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. And early on, this guy has flipped on the machine switch. Nobody did that better for the Buckeyes than J.K. Dobbins back in 19. Averaged over 6 yards a carry.
Yeah, and it's really nice to be at Ohio State University where you can hand the ball to tailback every year that can get you first downs like this. First down, first down, first down. You hand him the ball, and you know good things are going to happen.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players. We've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's French. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the offense on first down. Quarterback checking the play. He'll come out throwing on first down. Ball in the air, intercepted. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess. It's exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
On the ground, it's Brady. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
A really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice third down stop.
Perhaps drawing confidence by converting an earlier fourth down. They'll try to do it for a second time in the opening quarter. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Penn State is currently trailing in this one, but there are more people in Beaver Stadium today than most American cities. The crowd alone can help turn this game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Missouri. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time it's complete.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. That's reeled in. It's Anger. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Utes moving quickly to the line. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Utah! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you add my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Offense getting set for first down. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll try the run. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14, Utah 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On second down, he's looking downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And, man, what a game-changing type play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They keep attacking through the air. He's got the back in the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. I'm not taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time.
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback, surveying the field, looking downfield, nothing open, making the right decision.
Catch in the middle, it's Shaw. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on the slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Runs through a tackle. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. On second down, just keeps firing. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we can go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
Dumps it to the back. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. He's looking to throw it. Safe completion on the screen. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Looking for space. It's Jefferson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Utes! What an impressive individual display. What speed by this quarterback.
And this defense, they were scared to death of this guy. I mean, they knew they had their hands full trying to stop him. It's one thing to do it in practice and draw it up on a board. Everybody thinks they've got a shot, but until you get out on the field, until you feel this guy's speed, you realize right away that it's going to be a long game.
Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On second down, they'll take to the air. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Defense, we're always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and force the incompletion.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He finds his man. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Utah! Lining up for the PAT. Splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Penn State is ahead early in Happy Valley, but that's not exactly Saquon out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Missouri. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass that could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
This offense has a 2nd down play. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down. The Buckeyes are threatening in the red zone. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Leaves it with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Nice run. Great job by the running back, making a cut, getting north-south, getting some positive yards. Now setting up a 4th and short decision for you. What do you got on deck? What are you going to call?
And the Buckeyes have a first down. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And how about the aggressiveness? This coach says, I'm going for it. We're going to put 6 on the board, time ticking down, maybe be a little bit more conservative. I love the way they put the hammer down. Now they have the lead going into the half, an extra point away from a 7-point lead.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
28, Utah. 21.
The kickoff team out there getting set.
Number 19, set to kick it off.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're...
And he breaks into the open. Oh, the 360. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Fires to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Utes!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right?
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
These QBs nowadays are harder than ever to get to the ground. They're so quick, they're so fast, some of them big and strong, and they just make guys miss and keep plays alive, and they make you cover for so long. Great job by the secondary, but how about the pursuit?
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
How about this defense? Getting to the quarterback in back-to-back plays. You want to pressure the quarterback. If you get him on the ground, it's gravy. Nice job. 2 sacks in a row, bringing up a 3rd and long situation.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. This could be a real turning point in the game.
They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Oh, they had the screen all set up on first down, and he couldn't make the catch.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Fires to the middle. He makes the catch. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Pushes ahead. Touchdown, Utah! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense, and you got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first-rounder in the future.
The Buckeyes in the hurry-up. Going with the ground game left. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you play a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's going to take off. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide in. Don't take a big shot.
Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on 1st down. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. This time it's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
What a weapon this guy is, right? The tight end position. Not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 2nd down, he'll fire. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Utes! On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Oh, he's going to take a chance. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Almost a disaster on that return. They jump on it, and they'll maintain possession. One final play before the end of the quarter. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to him. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Utah 42, Ohio State 35.
First down to start the drive after the break. Got his man quickly. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
I'll tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver, they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
The give to the tailback. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
The throw to the outside is complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Got it in the middle. It's Anger. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Utah! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 35 over Missouri. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Giving him his pads. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same calls. Offense picking up steam, 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll go to the ground. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. He'll take a shot. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. He's being a little reckless with that football. Threw the interception last time and almost threw another one here.
Golly, that's best back-to-back drives. You got to have your quarterback making smart decisions.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And the sense of urgency has got to go up now for the defense, right? You just failed on fourth down. You're trailing just under 3 minutes to go. What can the defense do? Can you create a turnover? Can you at least get a quick 3 and out to give yourselves a chance to win?
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They're bringing heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 1st down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they knocked him down almost immediately. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the big 1st down sack, it's 2nd down. Quarterback checking off. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He's got it inside the 30. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Utes! They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
Salt into your wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And he's going to try to return this one. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Motion from the offense. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Flushed out of the pocket. He's taking the deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He's going to pass. On the run, still looking. Going to try to get it himself. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many...
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They'll give it to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting